Morning. It's Saturday, January 23rd. And yesterday I ranted about the riots in Portland and Seattle. And it's my belief that it's time to stop these riots somehow. And what is disturbing is that our new president hasn't said anything about those riots. He has been busy signing executive orders to deal with what Donald Trump left behind. And I agree that that's important, but I think that it is more important to set the tone against rioting, against destroying property, no matter what the cause is. This is a nation where we value free speech. We value freedom of the press. We value the right to protest. And I believe in those rights. And I, in my long and notorious simple life, I've been to many protests. But they were peaceful. You didn't screw around when I protested. And depending upon what the protest was, it was usually down in Union Square, and there were always mounted police around. And they sort of kept control, and nobody screwed around with the police. We never messed around with them. And it's time to get back to that type of protesting. It's not time to be out there with vicious signs that say, "We don't want Biden, we want revenge." That's inappropriate in my mind, especially since the man has only been in office for a day. But Joe is making a big mistake if he doesn't confront these rioters head on. If he doesn't say to them, "You have to stop this shit. You can't go around destroying public buildings, destroying people's businesses, and think that we are going to do nothing." Yes, a few people were rounded up and arrested. That's not the point. All of them should have been arrested, especially if they're out there wearing black and hiding their faces. That indicates that they didn't come there for a peaceful protest. They came there to destroy property. And whose property are they destroying, for the most part? The citizenry, the local citizens, the small businessman. So does it do them any good to harm the small businessman? Are they going to gain sympathy for their cause by destroying small businesses? I don't think so. I don't think so. And then they destroyed the ICE office. Now, yes, they are against the people who are against immigration. And I can understand that. But ICE has a job to do. And let's hope they do it better this time with this administration than they did it with the last administration. But there are many people who get into this country who really are not here to be good citizens. It's not a large percentage, but it's a percentage that means the damage in this country. And I'm talking about people who bring drugs and things like that into the country. But the people who come here from distressed countries looking for a better way of life, what's wrong with that? We have a need for those people. There are jobs that have to be done that the Americans don't want to do. So people come to this country. And they're willing to do those jobs because any job at any salary is better than what they left behind. And there are many companies and corporations and farmers and certain industries that took advantage of that. And that's why these people keep coming. So it's okay for immigrants to come into this country. But it's not okay for Joe Biden to sit silently by and allow riotous behavior to go on in this country. Now, Seattle and Portland have been doing this for a long time. If their own governors can't stop it, then somebody has to step in and tell those people, no more, tighten up. We'll give you all the help you want, but tighten up and warn these people. Make it perfectly clear that protesting is okay, but destruction of property is not. And if necessary, we have to take action against these people. And if these guys continue and these gals continue to do this, If we lock a couple of them up for a long, long time, maybe they'll get the message. Maybe they will get the message. But I don't know. I don't know where this country is really going to be if this continues to be allowed. We have major factions in this country, and they didn't go away just because of a new president. We have a different group rising to the surface now, and they're not rising against Donald Trump anymore. And probably many of the people who are rising against Joe Biden are rising because Trump is gone. But I don't think that was the case in Seattle. In Seattle, we did not see the Proud Boys, or the Oath Keepers, or the 3%ers, or the Texas Freedom Force, or other self-described Nazis and white supremacists. They were not amongst the mob that stormed Portland and burned down ICE. They were not amongst the mob that was carrying on in Seattle. So these rioters in those western cities were from the other side. They were the left-wingers. And in my mind, one set of extremists is no better than the other set of extremists. So something has to be told to these people. And it's Biden's responsibilities. It's nobody else's responsibilities to say anything to these people, really. Their governors have failed. The government officials in Seattle and Portland have failed miserably. It's time that President Joe Biden said, we will not stand for this kind of behavior. I want to see him say that. If he doesn't say that, then in my mind, he's doing a great disservice to this country. I expect him to do good things. I appreciate the fact that he's writing all these executive orders. But we will not solve the problem of unity by ignoring the behavior of the left as well as the behavior of the right. All of those people who are off the scale, so to speak, should not be treated nicely. Unity begins with a firm hand, I believe. And so I leave you with those thoughts this morning, and I'll see you in the morning tomorrow. Bye.